Ash Wednesday is a decidedly counter-cultural event. It uses language that we don't use in polite company. Words like sin and repentance, words that seem like they ought to be in a church far south with screaming people. And yet this year especially, it seems like a gathered community being able to talk about sin and repentance, not in the way you may have grown up with stern pastors thinking about a stolen candy bar or other personal peccadillos when you were young and impressionable. But think about the sin of a nation. Think about the sin of those in power who exercise power over the powerless. How do we name that without using an old-fashioned word like sin? How do we repair the damage without using an old-fashioned word like repentance? Ash Wednesday is a night of lots of those old-fashioned words, dusty from the King James Bible. Reading Psalm 51 tonight, in my head, I was thinking, if this is someone's first time at our church, a psalm like this is going to sound so strange and off-putting, they're going to run away out the front door. But the words here are important for us because we'll hear them nowhere else except in a community of faith using these ancient words that may be able to apply to everything that's happening around us now. In the introduction, Barb said, tonight should be real. Real means we don't shy away from some of the strange words. Words like dust. We remember the ancient story from Genesis of God breathing into dust. It's a wonderful pun in there, that God breathed ruach, spirit, into dust, adamah, in order to make the first human, Adam. An acknowledgement that we are finite, we are material, we are stuff. And yet, we also remember that stuff is God's favorite material to work with. I think I shared this a couple of years ago, but I was so shocked and overjoyed the first time I was listening to Carl Sagan on his show Cosmos, and was saying that the stuff we are made of was formed in the furnaces of stars billions of years ago, and that we are literally made of stardust. It's God's favorite stuff to work with. Another word we'll use tonight is ashes, a word that brings a lot of symbolism. Ashes are that stuff that has been transformed by earthly fire, and often in ways that are tragic, where things and people we love have been lost. And a reminder that all of us ultimately are ash. Tonight is filled with strange language, strange vocabulary that I hope will have new meaning for us tonight. But more than the words we bring to tonight, Ash Wednesday is powerful because of what we don't say. It's what we're going to see and smell and feel, perhaps even taste. All of our senses in the fire, in the smoke, in the feel of grit on the forehead, the bitter taste of ashes and olive oil. Let those convey the meaning of this night, where we come ultimately in trust, even in our mortality. We come in trust, even in our brokenness. We come in trust, trusting a God of love, compassion, and grace. Come to this table and share grace ground into your forehead or your finger or your hand, marked as human, marked as mortal, and marked as beloved.